Hi, we are live on Facebook, and I am Martha with Allergydragon. I am a specialty diet chef and allergy chef, all that good stuff. And I am joined here today for our rainbow tea party themed with Cindy, who some people may know and may not know, but that is my sister. And then we also have a special guest who's just hanging up there in the corner. But you probably can't see her because of the way I record this yet. So I can see them right now. So we'll see how this works out. And there's a weird paw waving at me. So y'all will see that
definitely.
shortly.
A very special guest. He's the actual true guest.
That's right. Okay, Cindy, go ahead and introduce yourself. And then I'll introduce our special guest.
I am Cindy Dennis. I am Celiac Sister with Martha, and I am also the CFO of allergydragon. Gotta think for a minute. It's been a long day. And also the lifestyle guru. I'm gonna say lifestyle guru.
Okay. You keep trying to figure out your actual title. I was like, you're the lifestyle guru.
Yes.
I happen to be the CEO. I never say that part, but anyway, whatever. Just okay. And then
I'm co-hosting with Allergydragon's Lair. So I have multiple. I just switch hats. That's all.
We're multi-talented that way.
That's right.
Yeah. So we have a rainbow theme today, and we have a special guest. And the special guest, actually, it's funny. It's kind of ironic because this guest is the first person that was on one of my YouTube videos. Like the first guest, and then ironically you were like my second guest, so it was just like, so since we started the show together, it's kind of random. So for some people may or may not know, they have met my youngest child before, whether it's been in real life or on virtually, like right now. So I'd like to take the time to introduce my incredibly awesome kid, and the person that made me an allergy mom, question life many times, and who happened to come up with a theme for today, which was rainbow tea party, to spill the tea, sort of, and who is my actual literal rainbow baby, because I actually gave birth to them after having 5 miscarriages. So this is like a very, very special, episode for me, because we didn't really do any like happy Mother's Day thing. We didn't do a Mother's Day theme, so this is kind of like an all-in-one tea party stuff. So my rainbow baby is actually an actual literal rainbow. That's why I always say part of the rainbow. And we have rainbow snacks and rainbow tea. So Vesper, welcome to the show. How does it feel to be the first guest?
I'm here. If you see my cat swat me in the face, I promise he does not hate me. He is trying to eat the cord on my headphones.
Oh, cool. And that is Herbie is your emotional support animal.
Yes. He's the little paw down here because he doesn't like being picked up.
He is affectionately known as my grandson. Okay. Yes. Okay, so we are going to talk about our rainbow stuff that we got. Okay, so I'm going to go first because, I can do that. Okay, so I got a rainbow dragon mug. I know, like, I showed, like, part of it. Okay, is that not cute? I'm sorry. I just absolutely love it.
That's cute.
So
you had way too much fun on Amazon.
Yeah.
I couldn't find that one.
Sorry, I have a peach drink in it. I do not have tea. So I'm gonna spill my tea. Is a peach drink in here because
it's a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie. It's not tea at all. But anyway, I thought that was the cutest freaking thing. And anyway, so we got that. I'm sporting my love shirt, which has a rainbow around it. It's like an ally shirt. So anyway, and then I have my rainbow back here. So I'm doing the whole rainbow theme going on here. So food wise, Vesper has the same food that I have because
I would never. Made it. I have no idea what you're talking about. I made my own food.
Wow.
It was handcrafted. Herbie actually made it. He needs his credit. He works hard in the biscuit factory.
He makes biscuits for you, not for me. Okay, so I made cake pops, rainbow cake pops, and I did a shortcut on them to make them quicker. You know, because, you know, Vesper was overseeing everything to make sure it was right. And so, and Herbie apparently wants in on the action. So this is a cake pop. I put it in an actual cupcake holder because that way I don't have to hold it up like this and let it dry and make it look all cute. So yeah, it is attached because I'll just let it go in there. But it's also good because then you have something to hold on to, like when you're eating it and crumbs come down, you can use it like a plate. But it also looks cute and festive. And then it has sprinkles. It has rainbow sprinkles on it. So that's what we did. And then now I always have extra chocolate and stuff. So people will be like, what do you do with the extra chocolate? Well, this time I just took and made a bark and I put the sprinkles in it. I don't know if you can really see it that well, but it's sparkly, sprinkly. It's not really sparkly, but it has rainbow sprinkles in it. And this is used allergy friendly. Sorry, I have chocolate on my hands. White chocolate, because we can't eat regular chocolate. Vesper has that same allergy as I do. And it's is actually made with Enjoy Life white chocolate. So it's allergy friendly. And then like I cheated and I made used Hungry Harry's cake mix, which is all top 14 allergen friendly. And then depending on how you cook it, obviously, we did actually have dairy in this one because we can. And so I use dairy. And then when I use Hungry Harry's, I always put like half the fat in. So because Vesper doesn't like it when it's too fatty and I don't either, like it's just, it does something weird to it. It really does. So that is my, that's our rainbow treats. And I think they're very cute. You can check out allergydragon.com and we have the recipe on there, like the shortcuts. It's like a Valentine is what I did, but obviously you can use it any time of the year and that kind of thing. And so Allergy Dragon's Lair, we always go over what we got eaten and stuff. And because, you know, it's kind of like we're having a tea party. So Vesper, do you want to show off your cup? And you can show your food off too, because you have a little bit more.
By the way, if I stop petting him, he's going to try and attack my headphones. So if I get cut off, it's his fault.
Okay.
So yes, delicious nom noms. They definitely do not look the same. Not at all.
You made yours separate.
Yes, Herbie made them. He likes them. He approves. He likes a little sniff. But yes, if I can set it down without it falling.
Yeah.
And then I got an LGBTQ plus center t-shirt from my college. And then I actually have tea because I'm not a liar. So it's elderberry and green tea with honey, and it's a pansexual dragon.
Cute. I like that mug.
Do you approve of it, Herbie? No, he wants pets.
Well, Cindy, I guess it's on to you. What do you got for us this rainbow party? I already ate some white chocolate just now, so.
I have spilled the tea, sis, and my teacup doesn't have tea in it either. It's got water, to be honest.
Hey.
And I went super, I made this very complicated dessert. It really is complicated. Taste the rainbow.
That was really hard for you.
Yes, hard work today. That's not where I was at.
I love it. I love Skittles. Taste the rainbow and everything.
Yes. I just wish they would come up with a bag that had just the cherries in it, the cherry flavor in it. That's what I like. The cherry, the red one.
The cherry is the one. See, I like all of the flavors. I'm weird. I'll like put them all together and put them in my mouth. And I'm weird.
Well, we
Mom said I have to experience it all at once.
I want all the flavors all at one time.
A different realm of existence.
That is true. Okay, so since we have really Skittles though are really great candy to have because they are a really safe candy for most individuals. So as always, check your labels and but Skittles are one of the things we the kids grew up on. So let me see here. So I guess I could take a bite of my actual cake pop so people can see that, like, literally you just taking it off like that. Okay. So, I mean, it's still cute. I'm not too
Mom's
cute.
trying to talk up these cake pops. Mom's like, I promise they're cute. They're cute.
Doesn't matter, they taste good. Okay.
That is the true fact.
It does taste very good. I didn't look too cute actually, getting my actual bite, but that's okay. So anyway, we always like to say, please leave a comment or a question on the live feed, and we will be back on YouTube. You'll see the replay there. Same thing, go ahead and leave us comments and questions. So we have community questions. So most people know that have been following Allergy Dragon for any time. And if you're new, this is my youngest kiddo that has 33 food allergies, celiac disease, and also a plethora of other issues, unfortunately. Genetics, great.
Collect them all.
And
overachiever.
That's true. Has tons of topical allergies as well. So like I said, just 33 food allergies. It's just anaphylactic to over half of them. And we always say here in Allergy Dragon that everybody deserves a seat at the table, and just like allergies, we don't discriminate. So this is our tea party and we're spilling the tea. So our community questions have a lot to do with Vesper. So if you've been following the blog or anything like that, like last year about this time frame, actually it was about August, I talked about Vespers, changing certain things about their life. And so then people were asking questions because they saw Vesper, and we know that they used to go by Kara and then and so I felt it better for them to actually come on and answer some of these community questions. So thank you, Vesper, you get to talk now.
Oh, yay.
Okay, so let me go over, I'm going to go ahead and give you the 2 questions, and then you can answer them however you would like to.
Ew.
I know. Okay. Okay, so wait a minute, sorry. First question is, why are you going by Vesper and not Kara? And then second question is, Vesper, do you really have 33 food allergies, and how hard is that to live with? So, any order.
2 very loaded questions.
Very loaded questions. That's why I'm getting my drink now. I'm tired. I'm gonna be quiet now.
Yeah, so I think we're coming out about a year where I've started trying to go by Vesper and stuff. Pretty much quarantine, like most people, was like, oh, I'm getting comfortable, and you have to kind of get to know yourself better. I figured out pretty much that I was non-binary and transgender. So I just didn't really feel comfortable going by Kara anymore, because it just felt too feminine and had a lot of stuff connected to it. So I go by Vesper now. I use they, them pronouns, because I don't really identify as a boy or a girl. I mean, that's pretty much answering that first question. Okay. And then 33 food allergies. It sucks. As everyone can guess, probably. Yeah, my therapist was like, hey, you should go get allergy tested. And the doctor comes in and he's like, oh no, you have a few. And then pretty much I got my list of 33 food allergies, and anaphylactic to over half of them. And it's really hard to live with, especially getting in college and being more independent, where it's I have to let other people, oh, cat. I have to kind of let other people make my food for me and kind of put my trust in other people, especially for dealing with it in social situations and that kind of thing. And I'm sure later we're going to talk more about kind of school stuff once it's more in the season. But having allergic reactions a lot is not very fun. And then I also used to cook my food pretty much all the time. So mostly I have it under control.
I would say like relinquishing control would be very hard for you to do, and like trusting somebody else. And I think like when you went to counseling, it was because you were so scared of food and had so many issues with it, but you had actual fear. Like that's what people don't understand. It's an actual factual thing to be scared of. And so that's one of the things I wish I had gotten you into earlier was counseling, because, you know, it's like the number one question I get asked as an allergy mom, which is like, what is one thing you wish somebody had told you earlier on? And I was like, get a counselor for you, the family, everybody, because no matter what you do to try to keep them from developing some type of negativity with it, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It is just going to happen. And actually was speaking on Monday and somebody was asking me, well, how did you all get over the thing? Because evidently they were struggling with, they have a family member that's struggling, getting ready to go to college and stuff, and they won't eat out anywhere. And, you know, very similar to like a lot of things, like, you know, they have, I think they'd have less allergies, which makes it a little bit easier, but still one food allergy versus 33, it's still hard no matter the way you look at it. And so, you know, we went over some stuff that, yeah, you went to counseling, and then we got more allergy testing done because it was like, well, we're already dealing with allergies. We didn't think that we needed more testing. And then it was like, it helped put more control in your hands and that kind of thing. And it wasn't like overnight that you got 33 food allergies. They had been there. Sensitivities can change into food allergies. Like they can kind of broach over. It's not like it's one night it happens, but you can have a sensitivity to food, then all of a sudden wake up in their 50s and have an anaphylactic reaction, Cindy.
Cindy's like, been there, done that.
Yeah, peanut allergy. So yeah, totally get that one. So, and anything else you wanted to expand on about the 33 food allergies, or the why you go by Vesper now?
I think with like getting a therapist and that kind of thing, especially doing it early and stuff, because it's kind of like you don't want it to develop into a big problem, because I feel like by the time I went to therapy, it had already developed into like this extremely gigantic issue that's harder to fix than going before it gets into like snowballs into such a big problem.
And I think for us especially, a lot of it was the fact that we had other issues going on with our family, that we were having the things going on, and we were already had a counselor in place, but we were dealing with other issues. You know, you have other children, you have other issues. Don't want to go too much into it, but unfortunately the squeaky wheel is the one that gets the most grease. And so sometimes you don't hear what the other kid needs, because you're dealing with, in my case, 3 children, 3 very different children. I love them dearly, but 3 very different children. And, you know, one on the autism spectrum, one quote unquote normal, but, you know, has some mental issues. And then you have, I mean, everybody has mental issues, but, and then you have Vesper, who's got, you know, 33 food allergies and a lot of medical things as far as that's concerned, and then develops, you know, mental issues. So sometimes you don't see those things because they're not loud, they're not squeaking. So Cindy, you have anything to add into being the aunt of this crazy child?
No, I just was wondering, going off to college, and I know there was, I know a lot of history of what you did prior to going to college, and talking to the people that were going to be making your food, being awareness of, and you all really did a lot of work prior to going to school, yet there was still the struggles there. And I know, maybe if you would elaborate a little bit on those, I think share with somebody about the, you know, some of those things that you ran into, even though you did all this work up front, and what you ran into during this past college year. So that would be good to share, I think.
Yeah. So I know before I went to college, I met with like the head chef, and then also the manager, and we kind of thought we had stuff handled. So I thought once I came to college, it would kind of like be ready to go. But I had a meeting with the manager again, and stuff wasn't ready. So pretty much my first week I was sent like eating salads, you know, the safe foods. So then after a week or two, it was like, finally I got to like ordering. I had to like special order food every single day with the manager, and then sometimes it wouldn't get to the kitchen in time. So then I ended up getting the head chef's number and ordering my food through him, which I had to do it like a few hours in advance. So pretty much like every meal. And then we also got it set up so we have a stir fry allergy station in the middle of our dining hall. And I have this one lady during lunch, she's always there, and she makes my food during the weekdays, and she has a special pan just for me. And she also has my allergies like separated out on the side. The ones that are my allergies are like saran wrapped on top, and then they also have scoops in them because normally they just use their hands for everything else. So pretty much that's what my lunch is every day, and I don't normally really get breakfast because college students sleep in. And yeah, we sometimes had problems where like I'd go to dinner at like the time that I told them I'd be there, and it's like, oh, we forgot to make it. So then you end up sitting there for like 20 minutes, and then like everybody else is done eating and you're just kind of like stuck there waiting. And sometimes it gets really frustrating, especially in college when you're on like such a strict schedule where it's like, okay, I'm gonna go eat now. That way I can go to like this club meeting in the afternoon. Oh, goodbye, cat. He was like, I'm done hearing you talk. And I haven't really had a problem with them making my food and getting it like allergies in it. Pretty much anytime I've done it has been my fault because I've gotten stuff off the line. And then I've also struggled with like getting food on the weekend. So I'm thinking for next year, we're going to come on like making plans and stuff for getting my food ahead of time, because like on Fridays, they always have fish. I can't go into like the cafeteria when they have fish. So we had tried to get my food delivered to me, but it's hard to get like a person to come give it to me. So normally I had to have a friend come get it. So that was very hard. So definitely like trying to work on like being more independent where I don't have to rely on other people, like getting my food and that kind of stuff. So definitely like planning ahead and being on top of stuff.
So actually that year kind of gave you like a real inside idea of what you can now do going ahead. I mean, I personally, I would have been like petrified. I had 33. I mean, it's challenging enough with what I have to deal with. And so I just couldn't imagine going to college. And I went to, at the time, a small college that was definitely, the old time. I mean, there was a lot of cooks that did a lot of those old country recipes. I was in Campbellsville, Kentucky. And I just can't imagine what the challenges were. And yeah, it sounds like you'll be able to have a lot more handle on it for next year. But I just, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like it's been a learning experience for both sides of it, because I definitely the company that does like our dining and stuff is like, hey, you should give us feedback in case we have like other people who have a lot of food allergies and need like special diety kind of stuff, and also trying to like better serve me for like the 4 more years I'm there. So
yeah, and I think we're looking at doing an actual special episode where we're talking nothing but about like your experience of college and then your plans going back. So that's like July-ish, I think, is what we're planning for the next Allergy Dragons Lair, where Vesper will be on talking more in depth about how the food allergies and that kind of thing, affected them and how they had to deal with it. They're giving you the short and sweet version today.
I need like a whole 1 hour episode.
You do, you really do, because it was a lot of even from mom's aspect, it was a lot of planning on both sides, but then there was stuff that because you are an adult that you have to deal with, and you wanted me to you pushed me back, which is fine, but I would remind you. And then we found out there was things that weren't done, and now we know a lot, and that's what college is about. It's about learning and for safety and that kind of thing. And so we want to throw it out there. So keeping that in mind, we have July's episode. We're planning on, Vesper will be on to talk about that. So if you have any community questions on that, obviously message us, email, whatever, we'll answer that. If you have any questions for Vesper about like LGBTQ or anything else about, you know, that you didn't understand about what they were talking about, excuse me, as far as being pansexual or being gender neutral, that kind of thing. I know I'm saying some of the terms wrong. So if you have any questions about that, because we talk about here on Allergy Dragon's Lair about not like accepting everybody and that everybody deserves a place at the table. And so that's how we are too in this family. You know, there's going to be some people that are going to have negative comments, and just be known that if you do have negative comments, they will get deleted. And if you don't like us, then at least you don't like us for an actual reason. But, you know, I think that it's very important to support your children in all things, and that includes who they are. And as long as they're a good person at the end of the day, I don't care about anything else. So if anybody has any other questions about that, we can always do another, you know, episode where it's just me and Vesper talking, because I've had a couple of questions about, I'll go ahead and answer one of my community questions that I had that was directed to me really quickly, because we're actually doing really good on time. So I'll do this one really quickly, which was, when Vesper told you that they didn't want to go by Vesper anymore and that they were going by them, they, how did you react? I cried like a little girl for about 24 hours. I had a mental break, and it wasn't because of the fact that they wanted to go by them, they. It did take me a minute for the Kara thing, because they have no clue how much I thought I put into all of my children's names. Okay. So I really loved Kara anyway. So, but the name is a name. It doesn't change who you are as a person. It doesn't help that I thought they said Vespa, like the not Vesper. Which Vesper, if you look it up, is very cool meaning. It means like unspoken prayer. And then it also could mean a particular martini. So however you want to go on that, it's still pretty cool. So, but I cried for about 24 hours off and on. And the biggest thing, it wasn't because, like I said, that it wasn't because they were going them, they, or that they didn't feel like they were a boy or a girl. It was the fact that they didn't tell me, because we had a conversation like a couple of years before that when they were having other friends. And I've always known my child was not straight, you know. It's like when they came out to me as not being straight, I was not shocked in any way, shape, or form. I was like, okay. I was accepting of it. I was shocked. I had to digest a lot, because I had already brought it up to them, because I kind of had a feeling maybe they felt that way at that time, like they were questioning it. And so I was more upset with the fact that I didn't have the relationship that I thought I had with them, because I thought, well, they would have told me. So like, then I was caught off guard, like, because I think a parent knows to some extent. And I think I knew something at the time, or I wouldn't have asked a question on like, are you questioning it? I will never understand how that feels, how you feel to be not a gender. I'll never know how that feels, because I don't know how that feels, because I've always identified as a girl. I've always felt like a girl. Sometimes I feel feminine, sometimes I don't feel feminine. So she, her are my pronouns, and that's what I'll be till the day I die. But that doesn't mean I can't be accepting of it and accepting of you. It's just I don't understand it. And so when I ask questions, they know now that it's because I just don't understand. Like I need you to explain to me why you feel this way about this, or why this is going on. So questions are that's the answer to that question, which is I took it really bad the first 24 hours. Then we had a conversation afterwards, and then we actually had some therapy, and it's weird because we talked about the therapy session afterwards. What I got from the therapy session is not the same as what they got from the therapy session. And I felt like it was more neutral, and that it was like, you understanding me, that type of thing. And they kind of felt like they were ganged up on. So we talked about how we felt in that session after the session. But it was good for us to have that session, have the conversation. And I think our relationship is back where it was I hope I'm not wrong.
I believe it is.
Okay, because I don't like that feeling of not knowing. So like I had pushed that to my side, but because they had told me no, I know what I am, that kind of thing. So that's how I did. I didn't do very well at all. And that's, I think, just because I had already cut it off in my head that wasn't a thing, and that it was nothing to think about or worry about or change about. And I'm not really worry about, but worry about them accepting themselves. So, because we're all weird, we're all different. I mean, none of us are what I consider normal. And that, I mean that by human beings in general. None of us are normal. So I think that we should live our truth and we should speak our truth. And if you like me because you truly like me, that's great. And if you don't like me, then at least like me for an honest reason. Don't like me for an honest reason, I should say. So I'm proud of you for not just being, honest enough to tell everybody that this is how I'm going by, and to know that the past you is still you. It's just you want to go by Vesper now. We can't change the internet people know you. I know most people in the family know about what's going on, and I know that it was just like kind of official, let everybody know what's going on and hear from you. So Cindy, you have any questions, any more things for Vesper?
Unmute myself. Have to unmute myself.
Oh.
No. No, I really don't. I really don't have any more questions at this moment.
Okay. And no comments?
No comments.
No
I just, we have a wide range in our family of people who identify differently. I did recently watch something about and I know I'm going to screw this up. That's why I don't want to say anything.
Gotcha. Well, that's fine.
The community in which you are involved in, because I never get all those like too many acronyms for me. One reason why I retired my job, too many acronyms. I'm just getting tired of them. Anyway, so we have so many that, and my, so having been around it since my senior year, I felt like everybody came rushing out of the closet. So I've been dealing with that, and I've dealt with people who've, again, also wasn't comfortable in their own skin, and we've had other family members that have come out, and so I've had it all around me. So it's not so shocking. I think it's just a matter of you love who you love in our family, meaning our family, and you don't stop loving them, because we all change. We all go through something. We all change. I don't look or act like what I did when when Vesper was little, and what she knew me of, and there in her graduation party, I got to meet some of her friends who were all different, and some of them way out there, but that's okay. That's okay. They're still welcome at the table, and we're still all good. And to be there and to still be here, joy in life. Life is too short to be miserable.
It is. And you should definitely know that. I will say this. I'm sorry. There's a delay on Facebook. So it wasn't showing me comments. It kept showing me comments were coming up, but I couldn't see them. So Johnny is here. That's our brother. He wanted to say, yep, we love here. And then said also a character in James Bond. I'm assuming the Vesper name, which I did not know, but I'm guessing that that's what that is. So
I didn't know there was, yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to search that afterwards. But Mom always loved James Bond. I mean, like I did.
I do too.
I
watch a lot of James Bond movies. So,
and we will talk about who our favorite James Bond is after. Anyway.
Yes. And
then let me see here. So Johnny was like, I'm here with you all. Yes. And he said yes. So apparently it is a James Bond character. And he's sending the link. So apparently everybody can go look if you're watching this on
Thank
Facebook.
you. Thank you,
There's a
Johnny.
link. So
Thank
we
you.
will have to check that out afterwards. So quick question. Who's your favorite James Bond? I know mine, Sean Connery.
Well, that's mine too.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing who the new James Bond is going to be.
Yeah, that will be interesting.
And I really, really, what was interesting the last James Bond, guess who 007 was?
Who?
That she was a Black female.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. And I didn't get to see it yet. I forgot.
So I was like,
I need to
So
see that.
it'll be interesting to see. There's been a lot of talk about who it might be in the new James Bond.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I did not.
carry on.
Yeah, they didn't publicize it enough, obviously. But I
Yeah,
also,
Sean Connery's my favorite though.
yeah, as far as like the old school James Bond, Sean Connery is my favorite.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and not I wasn't a big Roger Moore fan.
no, me either. I think
No,
Mom liked Roger Moore better though. I could be wrong.
I think she had.
I think she did.
She had a crush on Roger Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Sean Connery. Okay. So anyway, now the Vesper's like, what the heck are y'all talking about? Like,
I'm just existing right now.
It's not her cup of tea.
no, it's not their cup of tea at all. They need their rainbow cup. They need their pansexual cup. So should we all toast to everybody? Like we're like, hello. We wish you good thing. I don't know. Can we even see your cup?
Wait a minute. Okay.
Woo! We spilled the tea. Okay, it blacked it. It wiped it out.
Fading out of existence.
It never mind. We tried. Cheers to everybody. Cheers to thank you for joining us on our first or being our first guest on not our first show. It's our fourth show. Isn't
It's
that crazy?
the first show, definitely first. It starts over with me.
That's
a new
true.
season.
It's a new season. I never would have been an allergy mom if it hadn't been for you. I think that if it hadn't been for my kids, I would not be here because I would still be 400 plus pounds. I say it all the time that my kids saved my life because as a mom, we stopped fighting for ourselves. Like I was just like, I was going to be fat and extremely obese the rest of my life. And I had just accepted that this was how I was going to be. And then they came along. I found out food allergies and I found out about celiac disease, 8 years later. So like,
and I wouldn't have been diagnosed.
Right.
Because I was going to doctor after doctor after doctor. This was, and just getting nowhere. So I was struggling for years. And then you're the one that kind of like, so yes. So I can say you all saved my life too.
That's right. And it's like, it's amazing. Like, it's like how, I don't know, we couldn't have continued that way. And then the things that we've gotten to accomplish, and then you've had cancer in between there. You've had like a rough one. We need to have like just a whole come to Jesus moment with Cindy too. Like none of us have had an easy life. Like, and that's, I think most people haven't. So we're just actually going to talk about it. That's where we're different.
Yeah. We can talk about the last few years, 2017 and on. And oh my gosh.
And remembered when this one was graduating this time last year and was told you not to be
not to, I wasn't allowed to cross any roads.
No, you had to stay home in general.
I did. I stayed home in general. I didn't go nowhere.
It's like not again.
No.
And we are referring to a time that Vesper had their 8th grade graduation and and Cindy got hit by a cab and is lucky to be here in so many ways.
In a crosswalk. I was walking in the crosswalk and the cab hit me. So I kind of have to explain to them, but like, well, you were just sitting. No, I went up over the car, everything. So,
and luckily you had no brain. No brain.
No, I was very lucky.
Injury.
I'm lucky to be alive and here.
So that's what we're referring to. So Vesper made sure of it because Cindy didn't realize that coincided.
There was many a text.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. I didn't remember that. And then when she's graduation, so I stayed home. I didn't go anywhere. I was like, no.
It was like, if you can't come here, then you need to stay in your building.
Stayed in my house that day.
Yes. and we'll take care of you.
Yes, we'll take care of it.
Okay, so June, we're planning on having another guest.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm excited about our another guest that we're going to have next month. And I guess we could already talk about the tease it a little bit. That one of the things we're going to be talking about is alpha gal. So we're going to be talking about alpha gal. A lot of people don't talk about it enough, and it's very interesting and very new still. So they're still learning things about it. So anyway, so we're going to have a special guest next month too. So then June we have a special guest, and then Vesper's coming back in July.
In July, yeah.
For a special college win. And then remember, send your commercials. We don't have a commercial. Don't get paid like that. Anybody want to sponsor? Go for it. Come on, contact us. So anyway, but no commercials here. So go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and close this out. Thank you so much for watching on Facebook. We've had quite a few likes, and people have come in and out. Been steady about 2 people. So, and Johnny's going, who might this be in June? ? See, he thinks he knows who it is, but he might be wrong. If you know Johnny, go hit him up. He might know. Okay, so thank you so much, Vesper, for being our guest. And I will see you.
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add to it?
Not right now. We will unload most of it.
Okay.
And I'll see you next week.
Yes.
In person.
Ooh, and we might do stuff online on person too. Like, who knows? We might be jumped on Instagram or something, or Facebook. I don't know. It could get crazy.
It might get crazy.
Get crazy.
It might be. We're gonna be having fun that weekend, but we haven't seen each other in a while in person.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And I'm cooking because that's what I do.
That's what you do.
That's what I do.
You do not get your time off.
No.
No. Okay. Well, I will talk to you all later. Go ahead, if you're watching the replay on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment. Facebook, subscribe, like, comment. But go to YouTube to do that. But comment here, share it, and go ahead and go to allergydragon.com and subscribe there as well. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
There's a stop for